Hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are diving into my April plan with me. First showing you my supplies that I'm using today, 2 Unipin fine liners, both in 0.8 and 0.5, 3 super tip Crayola super tips, very affordable, very easy. 3 different washi tapes, some dictionary paper from the dollar store, a random piece of scrapbook paper. There's a notebook here from the most recent Archer and Olive subscription box, and 3 sticker sheets from the 4 Bears sticker subscription. And they are local to me. They actually are from Ottawa, which is pretty cool that they are here in Ontario, and they have a lot of great stickers, and I receive a package every month. And then as always, I've gone into Pinterest and pulled out a bunch of different photos to use in my spreads today. I'm labeling this photo as a beginner, or this video as beginner friendly, because as I go through and set up each one of my spreads, first reason is because I'm only using Crayola super tips that are really affordable, some Unipin fine liners, and an S-Gel Sharpie pen. But again, you can just use a black fine liner or even a black pen. It really doesn't matter. A ballpoint pen even, it doesn't matter. And the photos that I'm using is all from Pinterest that I've just printed out onto my own paper. Scrapbook paper is very affordable, or not even scrapbook paper. You can use, what's the word I'm looking for? Construction paper that you use when you're in elementary school and stuff. Like, it all works just the same. The only thing, I guess, that part of this is not super beginner friendly is the fact that I use the washi tape and stickers, which, is not what everyone can use and put into their journal spreads. But for the most part, every time I arrange everything on the page, I arrange things without adding the washi tape or stickers. I add that after the fact. And in my opinion, I could very well stop and not have any of the washi tape or stickers added, and I still think it looks awesome. The reason why I add the stuff is because I have it. And because I have it, I want to use my stash because I have so much of it and I just need to use it, which is, it's a, something that I'm very grateful for, that I'm able to have all of these different supplies. But in my opinion, like this page right here, now I'm adding washi tape to it, but without that, you saw that before I started to glue anything down, it had no washi tape or no stickers on it. And it was, to me, it still looked great. So you don't need to have all of the things on your pages to make them look good. It can be very simple, and with this layering style that I love doing, it just with more and more layers, obviously it makes your journal a lot thicker, but it's something that I just love to do. So I'm not going to not do it just because it's anyways. So that's why I've labeled this to be beginner friendly, and I wanted to full disclosure with that, and that's why I'm not trying to be clickbait by any means. I just want to make sure that, it can be done by a beginner. You don't need to be, and maybe another reason why this is capable of a beginner is because you don't have to draw to do it. You don't have to know how to paint with watercolors or, gouache paints or anything like that. That so many bullet journalers on YouTube use. And I'm obsessed with it just as much as the next person is, because it looks so nice. But you don't have to be an artist in a way of being able to draw or know how to paint properly. You be an artist in arranging papers and photos and stuff on your page to make it look good. So anyways, that's my, pretty well long rant for the beginning. But so now to explain what I'm doing on paper. You saw me put together the title page, which I love. And what I decided to do when I printed out these photos from Pinterest this time is I made sure that I had a lot of photos in different sizes. And one of the reasons is so that I could have one bigger photo on the front page, like what you saw. And so actually, if I have any photos left over and I've been making journal spreads and just, different collaging stuff with photos that I have left over from a theme. And I'd prefer if they were a bit larger or, just different in sizing. So my monthly calendar that you see me putting together right now, I've put together the cluster in the top left, and I'm adding in my top 3, and then my Instagram and YouTube icons here to keep track of where I'm starting at and where I'm finishing at for each month. And then I just added a pop of color. My boxes that I use for my calendar are 6 by 6. I like when they're just a perfect square, essentially. And so then I've added, and sorry that part of this is cut off, but then I added because I failed to realize that when I added the top cluster on the top left, I didn't leave enough room for the days of the week. So I actually ended up adding them to the bottom. And then I go in, and so see how I'm planning, I guess, or how I set up my spreads is I tend to put all of the big stuff down first, add some washi tape to fill in some empty spaces, or just to add behind photos, or, to add that extra layer to my layering cluster. And then I go in at the very end and fill in any open spaces with stickers. But again, in my opinion, this page before I added the stickers or all the washi tape still looked great. It still had so much depth there already from the layering that I didn't need those things. So don't be intimidated by all of the stuff you see on screen that I'm adding, because it's really not, it's not that hard. Not that it's not hard. It's just, you don't need all of the things. That's all I keep trying to say. And maybe the more I say it, I know repetition is a sign of learning. So, or is a way of learning, and a very good way to learn. So now, we're just bombing through all of the pages, and if you notice on the calendar page, I did make an error. So if you catch the error very quickly there that I showed it on the screen, let me know in the comments below if you see where I made a mistake. But it's all good. It didn't affect my spread in a negative way by any means, at least in my opinion. So now moving on to the pages that again, my setup is basically the same month to month. And it works for me, so why change things when it's working? And so the left side that I'm working on right now are just a bill tracker, and I am tracking my sinking funds. There's money that I put into certain accounts to allocate for different things, and I just keep track of how much I'm putting into those accounts each month. And then my bills is just keeping track. Oh yeah, look, I hated how that looked. I thought it was going to look way better than what it did, but I don't know if it was too colorful, or I don't know. It didn't look right to me. So then I went over it quickly with the yellow paper. But anyway, so the bills I use to just keep track of all the different payments I need to make for that month and how much it is for that month. And then I just check them off as I do them. So it's just a way that I like to, track to make sure everything's being paid. And then on the right side is just tracking all of our paychecks. And this month we get paid 5 different times because there's 5 Fridays in the month. And luckily we get in this month, in April, it's 3 double payments. So myself, I get paid bi-weekly, and my husband gets paid weekly. So on the 3 of the 5 weeks, we actually get paid by both my employer and my husband's employer. So that's pretty exciting. And now moving on to my memories page. And again, if you've watched any of my setup videos, you knew that this was coming. And I always do some sort of little decorative layering on the top here, like I've done, like what you see I'm doing now. And I've now titled them, I used to call them a line a day. Now I just call them memories, because it's just whatever I want to write about each day is what I write about each day. And I think last month I went through and added the highlights to the weekend, or one of the months I did. Maybe I remember doing it when I was doing my flip through, my bullet journal flip through, which I can leave linked in the card above here from last year. And so I remember highlighting the weekends, which I just love how it looks. I love that it fills more of the page. It looks more full without any of the writing there yet, which is something I really liked. And now my favorite part of setting up a monthly setup in my bullet journal, which is my mood board. And my mood board took me some time to kind of figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted it to look. I mean, I did kind of, I don't know, I started looking at it a specific way. I don't know. It took me a little bit longer to get this mood board to start looking right, in my opinion, or just, what I wanted it to look like. I think certain colors were kind of throwing me off. That one picture in my left hand with the bridge, I wanted to add it because it was such a big photo, but I didn't like it. I liked this bottom photo and the top photo, which kind of accent each other because they're both like these dome glass, greenhouses, I think. And I even failed to mention, as I'm doing this setup, I failed to mention I'm sure you can tell by what I'm labeling this video and that you clicked on it, but my theme for April is botanical gardens. And I really like it. I know April tends to bring April showers and then May is their flowers. But anyways, I love green. I also wanted to use this green paper from the new Archer and Olive subscription box. And I wanted to, and I think green and yellow look so good together, especially, and it is inspired by the Archer and Olive March subscription box, because that box was a jungle theme and it included these types of colors, but the colors that I'm adding here on the pages are more muted, I guess, and not so vibrant the way they are on the Archer and Olive subscription box. Wow, subscription box. So now you see how it kind of came together, and I think I was really missing a quote, and I didn't love adding I didn't know if I was going to add this quote because the quote itself is like a purpley pink color, but I still wanted to add it because I think it's a great quote. It says, "Focus on the step in front of you and not the whole staircase." It's what I keep telling myself with work and just with all of these different goals and hobbies that I have. It's just one step at a time. And sometimes you can't look at the big picture because the big picture is too overwhelming, and all you need to do is look at the step in front of you and take that step. And, just keep moving forward in the right direction, and everything will work itself out. We'll be good. Anyways, I'm not here to give you no TED talk or anything. I'm definitely not the person to be doing that. But so now we're diving into the last spread of this video, and it is my weekly spread. And what I've been doing recently is there was one video that I posted, or one week that I tried doing it was because of the way the month fell that there was going to be an extra page, because before I was doing my weekly spreads on just one single page, and there was the 1 week that I had to put it on a double page because I just wanted the month to end evenly, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. So I've now, before I was just making a section for Monday to Friday, but now what I've actually did for this month, and I did for 1 week last month, or not the whole month, what I'm doing for this week. Anyways, let me spit it out. I am adding a section for notes so that I'll have a spot from Monday to Friday, and then I have just a section at the bottom right there. That open corner is going to be a note section so that I can, jot down a list or just any like random things that I need to do throughout the week, but doesn't actually need to fall on a specific day, is where I'm going to put that kind of stuff. And just what I've really been liking the look of is adding these, using the pop of color to add in my weekly spreads, and I just kind of allocate certain spots or sections of the spread that will be for each day of the week. I don't have to do this. It'll kind of already work itself out, and maybe I don't want to do this because of, if one day I have much more things to say than the other day, but I really like how it looks I just like how it looks. And if I add the pen after, or if I add in the markers after I've already done the pen, I think it'll just smudge everything. So I just like it a lot better by adding it first. And then lastly, so basically the end of this video, we're closing it up pretty quickly here, is I'm adding in just outlines in with the black marker, with the black pen, sorry, so that they just stick out a little bit more. I go in and add the days of the week of what the numbers are. And I think I add in a couple of, oh yeah, here I am. I'm adding in a couple of stickers, nothing too crazy. Again, these stickers sheets go by so quickly, and I want to make sure that I'm able to use a few stickers on each of my weekly spreads. But yeah, this is, we're nearing the end of this video. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. It means so much to me and truly helps my channel grow. I've grown significantly in the last few months, and I'm so grateful to have all of the new subscribers on board, and I can't wait for you to continue watching my videos and to be on board with the rest of the team here. And I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye.